Hello and welcome again to this GED Social Studies screencast with me, Teacher Marco. Today we will talk about another skill builder on how to succeed in studying for your tests. Um, well, you know, getting ready for a test begins long before the actual test date. We all know that. And as you listen in class, take notes, and study at home, you are preparing to succeed on tests and projects. Alright? And today I will be sharing tips that will help you to do your best in preparing for your GED Social Studies test. So, before your exam, my first tip would be to develop an effective note taking skills. Um, when you were in the class while preparing. So, if you are enrolled in a certain program to prepare you for your GED Social Studies test, I suggest that you take notes. So, taking notes during lectures, class discussions, and as you read your textbook will help you engage with what you are learning. Um, so, those notes can also be used to create your own study guide or for reviewing material before the test. Well, some learners are just okay with reading, but it's better to start practicing note taking because somehow it also contributes. You'll never know if you're a kinesthetic learner, right? So, another tip is to save your quizzes and tests that you take. So, if you're in a program and your teacher gives you some quizzes or some practice tests, make sure that you have the corrected answers and you can use this to prepare for your social studies test in the future. All right. Also, try to study in 30-minute intervals for a week before the test. This is a good tip for people who cannot concentrate or focus in listening for long lectures, So try to have a 30-minute interval. All right. Another tip that I can share is to create a study guide several days before the scheduled test. So try to use note cards or create a foldable or use notebook paper and try to divide the material into easy to remember categories. And with that, I think that's a good guide to use. Um, Another tip that I'd like to share is be sure to include facts and details in your study guide. So, also try to include information about the material or about cause and effect relationships and what you are studying. Consider sketching out your own timeline in order to remember key dates and events. So try to use graphic organizers. For visual learners, this is really effective. And also, learn the meanings of certain words. There are some test terminologies that are used by by the test providers, and you know, like such words like evaluate, enumerate, illustrate, that appear in many exam questions. Well, you know what? I will make another skill builder screencast for this particular tip. All right. Another one is to practice all types of questions you will encounter for the test. Typically, you will encounter multiple choice, and for other um, tests like your reading and language, reasoning and language arts, you will have extended response questions. So before the exam date, try to expose yourself and try to practice all the types of questions. All right. This will absolutely reduce your anxiety because you know what you have uh, to focus on, and you know what type of questions you will be encountering on the test itself. So right before the tests, um, get at least 8 hours of sleep each night for a week leading up to the test. So your body will be able to adjust properly, and at least, as you all know, if you have enough sleep, you will be able to concentrate more, focus more on the questions. You will not feel sleepy while taking up the test. All right. So again, get at least 8 hours of sleep. Another one, eat nutritious breakfast the morning of the test. So, would you like to have a test and you're feeling hungry or you're feeling dizzy, right? So, always have a nutritious breakfast the morning of the test. Not too heavy and not too light. Um, just enough for you not to feel dizzy or hungry while taking the test. Also have plenty of sharpened pencils. Well, for the GED test offered by Pearson, well, you don't need to do this, but for your test in your schools, of course, it's better to come prepared with your pencils and erasers. But um, since the GED tests um, that you will be taking is computer assisted, you won't need that. Although you will be given um, a pad, an erasable pad, where you can um, make some notes. So the test centers will be providing you with that. Nothing to worry about. Also, um, complete a few easy warm-up questions at the morning of the test. All right, this is really helpful because you wouldn't know if some of the practice or warm-up questions that you made that morning will be coming up on, or will be showing up on your actual test, right? So it's good to do a warm-up session, all right, on the morning of the test. Well, I hope that this will help you get into test taking mindset, and all the tips that I've shared today. Um, Please don't forget to share this video. Uh, well, we would like to help people like you, and if you share this video and like the page, we can reach out to more people who are in need of help in taking the GED Social Studies Test. So again, thank you for your time. Hit the subscribe button below, share the video, and that's it from me, Teacher Marco. Have a good day.